What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Trey Sense. I think I'm gonna release this video on Monday. It's late Saturday night or early Sunday morning, but I think I'm gonna release this video on Monday, which means you're getting 2 videos back to back. But it is that time of the week again. It is time for your weekly fragrance review. So, you know what that means. Be sure to like this video, share this video. Thank you for all those that have shared the video. I've seen several of you sharing it on Facebook. I greatly appreciate you. So if you don't mind, share the video. If you haven't subbed, please consider giving your boy a sub, and be sure you smash that like button, because we have a goal to get all of our videos, notice I say our because of your videos as well, to at least 75 likes. That's not hard to do. We've got 300 and something views, so your like may be the one that pushes it over the top. So with that being said, no further ado, let's get into it. These are the fragrances that I wore this past week, and another unseasonably warm week in Alabama during the day. Cooled off a little bit at night, but still. So we're gonna go with Sunday, and I wore this fragrance to work Sunday, and I did not stop getting compliments on it, and it's just a compliment getter. At one time it was extremely expensive. I ended up getting it when it was really expensive for $12 because it was out of the box, didn't have a price on it, so they just went and got, I think, Chrome Legend, and it was like a 30 mil, and rung it up at a Raw Marshalls in Madison, Alabama. No, TJ Maxx. It doesn't matter. One of the rack stores, and it is Wood D2. I bet from the time I walked into work, I probably got asked 4 or 5 times, "What are you wearing? What is that?" And it was so funny because one young lady even asked in a roundabout way, she's like, "What kind of cologne is that you got on?" I was like, "Why?" And she said, "Because I want to get my husband something." I said, "Well, does it smell good?" "Well, yeah." She did everything but tell me it smelled good. But it is this one, Wood D2. Now, I haven't seen it at the rack stores in quite a while, but at one point this stuff was $75, $80, almost $100 in the rack stores, and the last time I was seeing it there, it was on the clearance racks for $12, $15, $20, just depending. But nice magnetic cap, and it is that same scent profile that I talked about in the last video. And I'm telling you, it just works. It is a sweet, woody fragrance. It is very light and it is very airy, and you will forget that you have it on, and then you will come in contact with somebody and they will tell you how good you smell. I bet I got that 3, 4, 5 times for men, women, all age groups, from, as Big Daddy Kane said, 18 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy seem to like Wood D2. So if you see this out, or I'm not sure if it's been discontinued or what the deal is with it, if you see this out or you have a chance to pick this up and you're looking for a very easy to wear, crowd pleasing fragrance, look no further than Wood D2. And that's what I wore Sunday. That was my scent of the day, Sunday. Moving right along, Monday was a little bit cooler, especially I go in, for those of you who don't know, I work at a grocery store. I'm a cashier, and I go in and I close the store down. So I go in at 6. So with this time change, when I get there, it's dark. So the temperatures are cooling off a little bit. And this is, I pronounce it Camera, because, a camera, because I'm from Alabama. It's from Camera, and this is part of the Contra line, and this is exquisite Leighton Royal Edition, and it is a parfum concentration, and it is their version of, barely could get the top off of it, and it is their impersonation of, our inspiration of Leighton pressurized atomizer. Beautiful. I like it. I do. I liked it when I first smelled it. That's the only thing that I picked up from Contra. I've smelled 2 or 3. I have other Camera fragrances, and they're really, really strong, really potent. They're really good. They're very rich. It does not smell like a $14.99 fragrance at all. It does not. It smells like a $60 or $70 fragrance all day long, but you're getting it for $13 or $14. Decent bottle presentation as well. Did not receive any compliments, and I think that's partially my fault because I tend to go heavy on sprays, and if you go heavy on this, you're going to irritate some noses and burn some eyes. So people are less likely to tell you that you smell good. Because when we were having the discussion at work and the conversation about this, because again, 18-year-old guy that I work with, Trey, you smell good today. What is that? 18-year-old girl I work with, same thing. 45, 46 year, I mean, just compliments galore. We were talking about this one, and they were just talking about whatever that is smells good, which led us to having a discussion about some of the fragrances that I wear being strong. And I'm just like, it is what it is. Some of them are just stronger than others. But if you get this, or a fragrance like this, and you're going to be around a lot of people, don't be like Trey and Cheapo. 7 spray all day. No, 3, 4 sprays of this and you're good. And it's gonna last, especially through my little 5-hour shift. It's gonna last. So, but from the house of Camera, the Contra line, it is Layton Exquisite. I want to get this right. Exquisite Layton Royal Edition. There we go. Now that's what I wore Monday. That brings us to Tuesday. Another compliment getter, another compliment puller. I went to help one of my fellow cashiers bag, and as soon as I got there, the lady stops and looked at me and she goes, "What are you wearing? What cologne is that you're wearing? That smells so good." And what was it? It's from the house of, say that 3 times fast, from the house of Hollister. It is Festival Vibes. Now, in my opinion, Hollister is a very slept on, overlooked house. Their clothing is really expensive. Their fragrances are not, especially if you pick this up at the places that I did, like your Burlingtons, your Bells, your Ross, your Marshalls, your TJ Maxx. And they all have that Southern California, that SoCal vibe, oceany, watery, aquatic, light-hearted, effervescent, easy to wear fragrances. But again, the research that I've done, for whatever the reason, those are the fragrances that people in the world that I live down here in North Alabama are finding the most appealing. It's fragrances like this. It's not, if I'm just being 100% honest with you, it's not fragrances like this. It's fresh, woody, slightly spicy, slightly sweet, aromatic fragrances, and gourmands. I get a lot of compliments on gourmands when I wear something, or ouds, surprisingly ouds. But again, we're talking about this one, and this one is just Festival Vibes. I like the House of Hollister. Yeah. So if you see this out at your local rack store and it starts with Festival, I think it's a pretty good fragrance. I think you should pick it up. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, especially for the $14 or $15 that you're going to pay for it, because I haven't seen one exceed that price point yet. So from the House of Hollister, it is Festival Vibes. That's what I wore Wednesday. Was that Wednesday? Tuesday. Okay. Wednesday, I wore from the House of Alexandria. I wore, what is this? The Extreme. And I want to get this out real quick. It is a clone of Tom Ford's New York Extreme. I like this fragrance. I thought it smelled good. I just have a little decan of it, a little Alexandria decan of it. And I think it smells good. I think it smells good. It's got a slightly citrus vibe to it. Very, very grown manish, very grown up. But at the same time, it's a little bit more complex. It's a very deep and it's a very rich fragrance. If you know anything about Alexandria fragrances, then you understand what I'm talking about. It's a very rich fragrance. It smells really, really good. I like it. I like it a lot. I wish I had a full bottle of this, and I may look into purchasing a full bottle. Again, I got some YouTube money coming in this month, thanks to you guys. So I may just pick up a full bottle of it. But it is Alexandria's The Extreme, and it is a clone of Tom Ford's New York Extreme. Sweet, a little bit of citrus in the top of it. I don't want to spray it again because there's so much in the air now due to that contra. I don't want to give myself a headache, so I'm going to spray it again. Smelling it is enough. But it is a good fragrance. I did not get any compliments on this fragrance, but I could smell it through the entirety of my shift, and I love it. I love it. It is deep, rich, citrusy, slightly gourmandy, maybe even a little bit boozy. It's just good. It's just good. Listen to me now. Believe me later on. From the house of Alexandria, it is The Extreme. And I was having a conversation with another inspiration house maker. I won't call his name, but we were talking about Alexandria fragrances, and he raved about the quality of Alexandria fragrances. So I'm just saying, he said if he wasn't doing what he does, he would spend his money with Alexandria, with Henny or Honey or, you know, whatever his name is. Excuse me. And that brings us, that was Thursday, and that brings us to my Friday, which is Thursday. And that is, what did I wear? Now, I reached deep off into my collection and pulled one out. And I pulled out True Religion Drifter. And I sprayed it on. And I left early because Thursday's the day I go get my hair cut. So I get my hair cut, my beard and stuff. And I got about halfway up the highway, and I was just like, I'm not feeling this. I'm not digging it. I don't know if it's turned on me. But it smells like maybe one of the top notes has gone a little bit bad, or maybe that's just the way it smelled and I haven't worn it in so long that I didn't remember. But it wasn't sitting well on my skin. True Religion Drifter. Luckily, I had a bag of decants that I had made for a young man who always comes in the store, and his dad is from Cherokee like I am, so he'll always ask me, you got any more cologne? So I hooked and I told him, I got you, just let me. I think he's maybe 10, 12. So I told him, let me think. Let me think about what I gave you, because I've probably given him 30 decants. Let me think about what I've given you and what would be age appropriate for you. So luckily I had a bag full of decants in my car. When I say a bag full, it's a small Ziploc bag, maybe 10. No, probably 7. So I reached off in there and got one of them out. The one I reached out is from the house of John Barbados, and it is John Barbados Nick Jonas Blue. That's the one I picked out. And I like this fragrance. I do. I like a certain type of citrus. It reminds me of a fragrance that I would love to add to my collection, and it is YSL's Tuxedo Bulgari Tiger. That type of citrus fragrance is just nice. I mean, it is citrus done in a masculine, but at the same time classy and dressy way. I like it. I like it a lot, and I like this one. I don't remember getting any compliments on this one, but again, by the time Thursday got here, it had been a long week, Chico, and I was just ready to get it over with, so I probably wasn't even paying that much attention if somebody did compliment me on it. But Thursday, what I wore from the house of John Barbados, because the True Religion Drifter just was not working. Maybe it was my skin. It just wasn't working for me. So if you know anything about True Religion Drifter, if you've had this similar problem, let me know. But something in it was just a little bit off-putting. So I had to come over the top of that with John Barbados Nick Jonas Blue. Now, that brings me to Friday. And You know, your boy cleaned up a little bit, put on some nice jeans and a little sweater, you know, nice little timepiece. And, you know, I got my grown man on, so I want to smell like it. So, from the house of Zaharoff by Mr. George Zaharoff, it is Signature Nar. Now, Mr. Zaharoff has put out a ton of fragrances lately. I haven't been privileged enough to get my nose on them, but I have this. And Nar means night, and I think this is a great fragrance to wear if you're going out on the town, for a night on the town. I almost glitched there. You see that? I was trying to get my words together. It's masculine. It smooth comes to mind. Smooth. It's like, you know, Diggable Planets. Like, it's the rebirth of Slick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool like that. It's cool like that. It's just, it's smooth with a V. It's smooth, but at the same time, it's masculine and it's easy to wear. It smells very professional and very dressy without overdoing it. And that's just, you know, I think it's more of a fougere than a barbershop, but nonetheless, I like it. I think it smells good, and that's what I wore Friday night. Good performance. I think most of Mr. Zaharoff's, most of George's fragrances are parfum concentration, but they're made with the highest of high-end ingredients, because Mr. George gets headaches from fragrances that are not well made. So he puts the highest quality ingredients that he can get his hands on in his fragrances. Just a little side note, if you decide to buy some Zaharoff, you will be getting top-notch juice, and this one smells really, really good. And that was my scent of the day, Friday. And that brings this video to an end, because at the filming of this video, it is late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, and I did not wear a fragrance Saturday. I did not. I didn't do anything. I sit around the house and watched football all day. So I did not wear a fragrance. So did not even spray one on. Did not do anything fragrance related. So I just sit back and watched Notre Dame beat up on Wake Forest and Washington and Oregon State, which, you know, one of my classmates' little brother actually played at Oregon State, though. He, you know, earned a scholarship from little old Cherokee, Alabama. He earned a scholarship to play at Oregon State, and he did, and started linebacker for a couple of years for him. But that's neither here nor there. I didn't do nothing. So I didn't put on the fragrance. I just chilled, watched football, you know, yeah, that type of thing. But anyway, with that being said, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. As usual, if you want a decant of any of this, my email will be in the description, and you can hit me up and I will give you a decant. Everything but the Alexandria, and it's just because it is a decant. I can't because I don't have enough to decant you. So with that being said, I'm going to get off of here and edit it and email it, because your boy is tired. I am about to run out of gas, and it is time for me to lay it down, because it's probably close to 3 a.m. So yeah, with that being said, again, it will be Monday when you see this video, a little step closer to Thanksgiving. I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Thanksgiving, and enjoy spending time with your family and some time off work and all of that good stuff. With that being said, I love you all, and may God bless you all. And until next time, guys, peace.